morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are. I am just waking up and today I don't have much content like ready for you guys. So I decided we're gonna do like a quick little get ready with me kind of every day. I'm gonna try to incorporate some more like drugstore affordable products today. I did kind of like shop my own stash. So I went into all my like makeup and I was like, what makeup have I not used for quite some time? And I pulled out a few things. And so those are some of the things we're gonna be using today. And we're gonna just chit chat and kind of hang out. I'm still waking up. I'm drinking my coffee. I look so like sleepy, so forgive me. I'm just trying to like get it going today. And then also at the end of the video, we're going to be announcing the 2 winners for the 2 lights lacquers. And so definitely stay tuned. I'll have a timestamp here just in case you're here just for the giveaway. And let's get into it. I'm going to try to get my energy built up and let's jump into it. All right, so first a couple sips of coffee. Just to wake up, it's such a lifesaver. Oh my gosh, my face is so pale and like my brows are non-existent. Don't let me scare you away. We'll fix that super shortly. Okay, so first I'm gonna jump in with the new pink charcoal watermelon mist. I've been loving this, you guys. Like, it's so good. Like, I wish I had this earlier in the year during the summer. Oh, it's so refreshing and nice. And it makes my skin super glowy. So I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to use one of my favorite like pore filling primers because this is just like hydration and being refreshed. And this is the no problem, get it, Touch and Soul primer. And this you need like the tiniest, yes, I'm running super low. I'm almost done with it. So this you need like the tiniest little amount. And I just like poop. And that's even like too much for my whole face. Did you guys see how little I used? See, this is already too much because I only use it like right here. And then I only use it on my forehead, like in the center of my forehead. And that just like fills in my pores and it's so nice. And today we're going to do more of like a everyday type of makeup. Nothing too crazy. So you probably will guess what I'm going to use for like foundation. And I'm going to be using the BB cream, the Perfect Glow BB cream by Purlisse. I've been so obsessed with this, you guys already know. But anyways, so let's talk about what have you guys been up to. It is finally cooling off here in Arizona. Like right now I'm looking outside and it's finally like super cloudy, but I'm afraid that the clouds are from like the California fires. So they're just being like transferred over, you know, and because there's been like a lot of fires in California. And so I think that's what these clouds are. But either way, like it's finally cooling off here in Arizona, which I am so beyond excited about because I've been waiting for fall, like Arizona fall for like since January. Like it's insane. I love it here during fall time. It's like the perfect like season because it's not crazy cold, especially here like in Phoenix. It's never snows, so it's just like super cuddly like sweater weather, which I absolutely adore. I've been already getting my stuff ready from the storage, and because I have boxes in my storage of like clothes for different seasons. And I usually just swap the boxes out depending on season with like shoes and clothes. And so I've been already preparing for that. So I'm really excited to get those boxes out. So weather is definitely making me happy. What other things are making me happy? Well, I went hiking for the first time like this year period yesterday. And my legs are so sore. I cannot even, like, I barely walked over here and like I sat down, and even sitting down is like ouch, 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 ouch. But I am not complaining. I love like the feeling of being sore because then that just means like my muscles are building, you know? So I'm gonna have to try to like hike a little bit more often now that it's cooling down. just to like get the muscle memory back into shape. That's been like also like really helping me like feel better, and the hike was amazing. And I've been trying to go to the gym a little bit more often now that the gyms are open, but it's such a pain in the butt working out, especially like doing cardio with a mask. It's like exhausting, you know? So I've been trying to do more like lifting, you know, a little bit, toning, yes, power. So being active is definitely like uplifting my mood. Now for bronzer, I couldn't find like my favorite like drugstore bronzer. So we're just gonna try this Milani one out. I feel like I haven't used this one in forever. And this is kind of like a hybrid between like a, I don't know, like between a highlight and a blush and a bronzer. So, oh, and by the way, you guys, I found my favorite bronzer brush. It was actually like behind my bed. Like, how did it get there? I mean, it's like close to my little like vanity where I keep all my makeup brushes, but I'm like, how did it get there? I don't know, but I found it. This is my favorite brush for bronzer of all time. So I'm just gonna go into it, and I'm just gonna do like the hollows of my cheeks, and then my nose a little bit. And this is definitely more of a like a hybrid bronzer. So it's not like super cool toned. It's a little bit warm, but it's really nice. And yes, you might have noticed I didn't use concealer today, just because I'm going for more like a light look. So I feel like the BB cream is enough for today because my skin isn't too bad. Sometimes if I get like a lot of breakouts, or if my skin is like bad, or I have darker under eyes, I will do concealer on top and do like under eyes and then just spot conceal. And my favorite concealer for the past like half a year has been the Benefit Cakeless Concealer, as you guys know. So I love that concealer. There's a lot of like good drugstore concealers too, but I'm not gonna use one today. So then for blush, we're gonna go into this one, and I haven't used this one once again in so long. So I love these months. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned in this video, but like I'm doing a no buy September. So I'm trying to save money. I'm trying to like use the makeup I already have. So I'm trying not to spend anything and splurge in the month of September. And so that's why I love doing these like no buy months, because I get to shop my own stash, and I haven't used this blush in forever. And it gives me a chance to kind of like revisit it. And so you guys will see how beautiful this is. This is by Flower, and this is Peach Primrose. It is so beautiful, like you guys will see in just a second. It gives you like, I love peachy coral blushes because it gives you like the nicest glow ever. And then always on my nose a little bit. Do you guys see like how fresh that is? Oh my gosh, I love it. I wish the bronzer was maybe a little bit darker because I feel like my skin isn't bronzed enough. But like this blush is just so nice and so fresh. Oh, so great. Okay, then for highlight, we're gonna go into like my holy grail drugstore highlights, which is the Wet n Wild. And this is in the shade, I always forget the shade. What's the shade? And this is in the shade Precious Petals. So I'm gonna go into it. It is the nicest. I feel like, okay, my favorite highlighters from the drugstore would have to be this one. And then Maybelline, the Mega Chromes, I think they're called. They're so good. So good. And these, you don't even need a lot. You just tap. And then like, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but like, it's like, woo! Crazy. Do you see how like glowy that is? Oh my goodness. I put a little bit maybe on my nose. I love to highlight the Cupid's bow. Yum. Yes. And the other side. Yes. Do we love or do we love? Okay, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and fix our brows because this is scary. Like I have so little brow hairs, it's not even funny. Like I always like fill them in to make them darker and thicker. And there was even a point where I was considering micro needling, like, you know, you get like the permanent tattoos, but I'm so scared that they would mess it up, or like the shade would be too warm toned or too dark, that I'm like, no, it's okay. I'll just fill them in every day. It's not a problem, not a big deal. So we're gonna jump into one of my favorite brow powders, and this is the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. I just love this. Yes, I hit pan on the middle one, but I actually use all of them. Like, I don't know if you can see, but they all have little indents in them. And I love these powders because they are just so nice and not too like powdery, but not too like creamy or thick. And they're true to color, so I really do love these. And so I usually fill the first part of my brow really light with the powder, and then I'll finish with the brow pencil a little bit darker on the edges. So I'll do my brows and I'll be right back. Okay, I poofed up my hair a little bit, but how are those brows? And then I used the Goof Proof brow pencil in 4.5, which is slightly a little bit too dark, I feel like, for me, but it looks really good. So I do like the end of it, and I really love the shape of how they came out today. They're kind of almost even. almost. Okay, then we're gonna jump into the Bare Necessities ColourPop palette for the eyes. And you guys, I have been loving, like, I didn't know how much usage I'm gonna get out of this palette. It is such a great palette for every day. Like, I've been using so many different shades from this palette. It's crazy, and I just have been really enjoying it. I feel like it's definitely like worth the money. The shades are so creamy and pigmented, and the shimmers, like this one right here is my favorite. It's called Silk Teddy, and it's just like absolutely stunning on your eye, and like they're just good quality overall, and you can do like almost any neutral look. You can go smokier, lighter, like it's such a good palette. So I'm gonna go a little bit more natural today, so I'm gonna jump into this shade right here called Banter. It's more of like a cooler toned, like taupey beige, and I'm gonna just put this in the crease. And I love this shade. It gives you like a very natural crease. Do you guys see that? It's like really like nice and like smoky, but like naturally smoky. It almost looks like your lid, but better. So this is the one I usually go in for the base of the crease. Anyways, so how have you guys been doing? Tell me what you guys have been up to in the comments down below. I always love to hear from you guys. Oh my gosh, so shows. Let's talk about shows and Netflix. There's two shows I've been like obsessed about. Number one, a show you guys must watch. Like, it's a must, is Away. And it's about the trip to Mars and these astronauts going, and they're having like 50% chance of surviving. But it is so good. There's only one season on Netflix. Once again, it's called Away. But it is so good. It had me like on the edge of my seat through like half the season. It is so good. It's like a family friendly show. So you guys can watch it with like your families and your loved ones or your friends. It's so good. It's so good. You guys must watch Away. Like, that is like 100% recommendation. Next time you're on Netflix, next time you're looking for something to watch Away. It is so good. And then the other show I finished, and I cannot wait for season 3, is Cobra Kai. Oh, such a good show. I am like a huge like fan of martial arts and karate, and so that just like really inspired me, and it was such like a action filled, really cool, good plot of a show, you know, like it was so good. If you're more into action and it's like kind of badass and it has like flashbacks from like the 80s, and it's just so good of a show that I would definitely highly recommend. And because of that show, I actually like considered like getting back into martial arts. No, I was not any good, but there was 2 times in my life, like 2 phases where I was in karate. And once when I was like super little, then like in college, I like started training again, and I kind of just like dropped out, and watching that show made me really like, let's do it, let's kick some butt, you know, like I was so like into it that I'm really considering of just like training more and maybe just like studying the forms. I feel like karate, at least, and the martial arts is all about like balance of like the mind, body, and soul, and there are so many like life lessons to be learned, and it just makes you a better person overall. And so that was such a good show. You guys have to check it out if you guys haven't watched it. Highly recommend. And then I'm gonna go into Active Full. This one right here, it's a little bit darker. I'm gonna just barely tap into it and just darken the outside of my crease because I don't want to do a shimmer today, because when I do have my lashes, because I do have lash extensions in, I usually try not to do like a shimmer too often because it gets in my lashes and then it's really hard to remove. And when I try to remove it, like my lashes come off. So it's like really like a bummer. But I do love the shimmers, and so I do use them like when I actually go out or do something. But for like an everyday look, this is gonna be the eye look for today. And let's move on into lips. Mwah! Yes. So I wasn't sure what I was gonna do, but we're gonna do something really simple. So I found one of my favorite drugstore lip liners, and this is by Essence. This is in the nude, super affordable, just a couple bucks. And I'm gonna just outline my lips, and then I decided I'm gonna go into one of my favorites of all times, and this is Buxom Gloss in the shade Hot Toddy. I love this shade. I love this gloss. It's so good. I know I'm more into mattes, and yes, I'm really excited to get into like a matte dark lip now that winter is coming, but I'm still trying to utilize like the glosses and the glossy look for as long as I can while, you know, it's still semi-warm, so then I can just like switch over and have like dark vampy matte lips. So I'm just gonna line this. And it's a really like nude Your Lips But Better, but this is like a really good formula if you're looking for any like affordable lip liners, because I love the Makeup Forever lip liners, but they're like 24 bucks or something like that. Like they're super like pricey, and this is like a great alternative formula because they're really creamy, they last a really long time, they have a great color selection, and they're like 1/10 of the price. Okay, so yes, nude lip liner, let's go. And then I'm just gonna use the Buxom Gloss on top to make it shiny. Ooh, this smells so good. Every time I use it, I'm like, yummy, 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 yummy. Okay, so I think this is it. I'm gonna use the Watermelon Sugar, yeah, spray. I'm just kidding. That song has been like stuck in my head. It's like on the radio. I listen to the radio like every time I drive. And so a lot of like the pop songs just get stuck in my head. And now all like the TikTok songs are on the radio too. So it's like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, that smells so good. And now we're glowy. Yes. Oh my gosh. And then last step I'm going to use just to smell is super yummy, extra good, is the Persian Garden fragrance oil that I've been so obsessed with. And I just literally put it on my wrist and like rub it in. And then I'll put it on this part of my hand. And then I'll just go like this. I know, it's crazy, but it makes you smell good all day. And it's, this is like a scent that I've been obsessed with for the past few months. And it's like so warm, but sweet, but not too sweet. It's literally like if I could define a summer or like sunshine in a fragrance, this would be it. It's Persian Garden. I absolutely love it. This was like $9 on eBay or Amazon. This is like a locally made product here in Tucson, Arizona, and I am just obsessed. I also bought the body oil, but it does not smell as good as the little fragrance oil. So I love it. Now we smell good. Now we look good. Yes, we did it. Now let's go ahead and jump into the giveaway winners. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing a giveaway today just because I can't buy anything, so I don't have any prizes for you guys. And so I'll do a new giveaway in about 2 weeks, but stay tuned. It's coming your way. If you guys have any ideas of what kind of like prizes you guys would want, let me know in the comments down below. But for the winners, for the 2 Lights Lacquers nail polishes, super cute. One is a Nebula, the other one is Xenon. Are you guys ready? So for the winners, for the nail polishes, I have Patricia Dorothy Magno. Congratulations, you're number 1 of one of these nail polishes. And then the other one goes to Single Mom Review. Congratulations, you guys are going to be receiving these in the mail. If you guys just want to shoot me an email to superlady246@yahoo.com, I will go ahead and ship these out to you. And that'd be it for today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out, for joining me. I just enjoy just hanging out with you guys so much. And I did want to mention that I just did the watermelon Purlisse box unboxing, which I will link down below if you guys want to check that out. And with that being said, I think that's it. I want to hear from you guys. How are you guys doing? What have you guys been up to? How is your guys' like life going? Let me know everything in the comments down below. You can also follow me on Instagram, superlady246. I post a little bit more often on there. And that'd be it for today's video. I am sending you guys lots and lots and lots of love from me to you. Stay happy, stay positive, and I will see you guys in the next video. Lots of love. Bye. Mwah.